Hey guys, today's topic in Fernando's segment is going to be about Penn State's huge event that happens every year, whether it's virtual like this year or in person like it has been for many, many years in the past, THON. It's the largest student-run philanthropy program, fundraising thing that ever exists, that is student-run. It's insane. And I'll get more into that and why it's today's topic in a second. So THON is today's topic because this is gonna come from someone that hasn't grown up being exposed to something like THON. In many states outside of Pennsylvania, I know that there are fundraising and student-run events and things like that, but nothing like THON. A lot of kids that I know that I go to school with at Penn State told me they had many THONs. They go to THON, they watch THON, they volunteer, they fundraise, they participate any way they can in the Penn State community to raise money for THON. And it's insane because it's not something that just happens in your local community. It's something that happens in the whole state, and it's crazy because it's student run, fully vetted, paid for, and ran by students. Sure, the university gives permission to use the Bryce Jordan Center. They allow students to use the Big Ten Network and live stream and whatnot, but it's all student run. There's no faculty putting their hand on anything other than maybe some paperwork allowing kids to do this and do that, right? And it's pretty cool because it shows the power of a university's community and its state, since it's a state university, participating and donating money for a good cause. So the way THON is advertised, it's advertised as a Pan-Hellenic dance marathon. And you're like, whoa, hold on, they dance a marathon? Is there running? No, they dance for 46 hours straight, non-stop, obviously with like EMT and ambulance on the side, but usually how it's done every year is there are groups of kids in clubs, sororities, fraternities, student governments, different campuses, and all these groups of kids come and they're chosen to be dancers, and these dancers dance for 46 hours straight, hoping that they raise as much money as possible to help invest in childhood cancer projects, such as investments in chemotherapy, investments in research. It's a great thing. It's honestly amazing. As someone that has family that has had cancer, maybe not as a child, but has had cancer, I know how heavily affected families can get because of cancer. And something like this is insane, and I find it amazing. Now, you're probably like, okay, cool, this is all sweet and all, but like, what's the point of the video? Well, my point of the video is to try to explain to you guys that a lot of kids come to Penn State for THON. They find out that THON is what it is, and they are so heavily influenced and just so impacted by something like a good cause such as THON, and it being such a core part of a university's growth and investments and research, and it's just something that Penn State is known for. It just catches your eye, and as someone from Massachusetts, we have nothing of the sorts, nothing. UMass has nothing like that on the scale that Penn State has it at. It's just insane. For example, I believe this year, just last weekend actually, $10 million were raised within 46 hours, or within a course of a couple weeks, but towards the end of the final hours, when the 46-hour hit, $10 million were raised for childhood cancer research, relief, donations, fundraising. It was insane. It's crazy. It's awesome, and it's something that I think is incredible. Now, I'd love to participate in something THON related. I've never had the opportunity to, and honestly, I never really looked into it because I was just so focused on my first year at college. However, I know for a fact I'm gonna definitely look into something that is THON related. I know that I want to rush, and frats go for lots of fundraising techniques and donation raising, and they put all their money for the course of a couple weeks into THON, and it's something that I'd love to participate in. And the main goal of this video is to try to get you, my audience, the Collegiate Reviews audience, to look into it. A lot of you guys might already know what it is, but look into doing something related to THON. It's a couple extra hours, and it's something that is for an amazing cause, and it's something that you'll definitely remember for the rest of your life. I know I did many things these last couple years that will definitely remember for the rest of my life. I never thought I'd join sport teams in high school, and I did. I never thought I'd think about rushing a frat, and I am. And these are all things that I will grow up and grow old to remember for the rest of my life. And I know that something like THON would make me extremely proud of efforts that I did as a youth, as a teenager, as a young adult, improving the lives of many kids that will hopefully one day, be cured of some sort of cancer or disease in their system, in their body. And something like that would make me extremely happy. And I know that if you're like me and, like-minded and a fellow Penn State student, definitely look into it. I know I will. And if you're still on the edge of, should I go to Penn State, should I not, and you're curious what THON is, well, this is what THON is. And if you want to join a community that is as tightly bonded as Penn State is, with something like THON at its backbone, with so much money being raised for something so good like childhood cancer research and investments, it's great. You should definitely look into it. I know that THON was one of my major points in accepting my offer to Penn State, because a lot of the schools I was applying to were mainly centered for the student, not for the community, not for the world like Penn State is. And I'm not saying lots of schools aren't like that. I'm just saying that Penn State was very clear that they had something as large as Penn State's THON, improving the lives of hundreds of thousands of kids through the efforts of hundreds, thousands of college kids like me. And I know that Penn State is just insane when it comes to that, and insane in a good way. But that'll be it. Short, quick video about THON, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you share this video. Check out all the other Collegiate Reviews works and products and articles. We've got lots of things on the website and on the YouTube channel. So if you enjoyed this and many of the other works that we have, make sure you share them, repost them, tell your friends about this whole system of the Collegiate Review, because we're trying to reach out to you, the student body, and let you guys know what's happening in our lives, and that could be relevant to you guys. So I hope you all have an amazing day. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about the Collegiate Review, and have an amazing day.